We are so close. We're so close. Front tires are here. Harbor Freight, cheap as hell, don't care. Back tires, rear tires right here. Haven't opened them yet, we'll get into that. Like $12 worth of bolts and different hardware. Got some springs in here. Today is assembly day. And I'm only missing one thing. And that is a clutch that fits the chain. So this will probably be the last building video. And the next video you see will be me putting on a new clutch, starting the engine, and ripping her around. Yo, they actually fit perfect. Like, I was not planning on that, but the bolt holes line up perfectly. I mean, I was ready to drill new holes, but it's just gonna slide on there. It's, Alright, I'm gonna replace all the bolts on this, get it all as close to done as I can. And then I'm gonna finish the throttle, because I still gotta figure the throttle out. Yo, delete the last clip. Alright, here's the plan for the front. You can take a bolt, you can weld the bad boy on there, okay? And then the bolt is what goes through the tire itself, see? And then, boom, that's how it's gonna be connected. There's nothing stopping me. This bolt is gonna get welded right here, and that's that. We're building the go-kart. We're putting it together. Those welds seem to go pretty good. I'm gonna do a second bead over at least parts of it where there's kind of divots and stuff, because I'm welding onto a circle. Just because this has to be really strong, obviously it's gonna be holding the weight of the whole cart. So I'm gonna run second bead and then do the other side the same. Wow, I have made a fairly major mistake. So, you see the go-kart steering wheel is straight, but the wheel itself is turned quite a bit, which is not good. That is bad. So, what do? That unevens everything. I have to cut the bolt off. That is a pain, and it's difficult, and that sucks, but I guess I don't have another choice. It started on fire! Wow, what a bad mistake to make. That took a lot of grinding. I still have to grind the edge of that to be clean, and then I'm actually gonna lay beads there to try and make sure that the tube is still strong enough. It's a pretty strong tube, it's pretty thick, but I broke through all the way on some of it, so I'm gonna lay a couple beads over that and then grind it down flat. Like 3D print it back up with the welder. Yeah, that sucks. I better not mess that one up again though. Wow. Oh my god, bro, the little Dremel tool that could. So I 3D printed. I welded the rest of this back on because it had gotten cut off. But in doing so, a bunch of slag and weld got inside the tube. So then I couldn't fit the bolt through the tube. So then I used the Dremel tool for a while, and it's actually working. I did not think I'd be able to get it to work. Thank God. I just did not want to remake a whole nother one of these little pieces just because it'd be annoying, and I'm supposed to have all the tires on by now. This is stupid. So I just need to let you know the Dremel tool, amazing. All right, back where we were like an hour ago. This time I'm gonna tack it on while it's still on the go-kart. The steering looks to be in line. I'm gonna tack it on right now, and it's gonna go perfectly. Watch. 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 How about that? First wheel mounted nicely. Let me come take a look at it. Spins just like it's supposed to and everything. Well, that's the first one. Now let's get the other one done. Oh, actually, well, hold on. Look at that. Look at that. Everything's a little crooked, but whatever, man. It's a go-kart. It'll hold good enough, eh? And then I'm just kind of jumping around doing random things right now. But so the next thing I'm going to do is I got this little spring at Home Resources, and right now when you push on the throttle, it doesn't automatically come back to idle. So I'm going to add a little spring to try and keep it so that it's always idling. And I'll show you that once it's all taken apart and easy to see. Alright, it took me a minute, but I got it. So now when the throttle goes forward, it automatically comes back. See, because I put the little spring right here. I just kind of tightened it in the screw here and tightened it in the screw here, and so now you give it gas, you let off the gas, it goes back to idle. Pretty cool. Oops. The great reveal. Boom. Look at her. Alright, so I actually don't have a chain, and I don't have a sprocket. But those things are ordered. And so, I mean, this is basically the end product, except I guess I need a seat. But what's missing right now is the throttle. So I need, when I push on this, for it to move this. So I'm gonna weld onto the engine. You can see I'm just gonna weld that together. It's just to the throttle. It's gonna be this piece coming off. Should I weld it? I don't know, man. I don't know. For anyone wondering if you should do that, probably not. Probably shouldn't weld to it. Alright, look at that. So when I push on this, it is then going to take this with it. How I'm going to connect them? I'm thinking just a spring. Honestly, I'm just gonna like wrap a string around it, and then I'm gonna have to put a stopper so I don't give it too much and break this. But look at that. Now I just have to wait for everything to come in, and everything will be in place, and I'll put it together and we're gonna ride. Bro, this is so dumb. So here's the connection, right? So here's the gas pedal, and you give it gas. Oh my God, it works. That is wire out of the welder that I ran through here. I mean, this is just perfect. I don't know. It works for now. Dad's idea. Dad said use wire. Also an idea from my dad, I need to make a mounting plate for the engine to go on, so. ridiculously long because, as you can see, I bought the bolts too long. I put this mounting plate on the engine. I bought the bolts too long, and so then obviously the nut doesn't screw all the way on because there's just no threads there. So right now I have these fat nuts on there because I'm gonna have to go back to Montana Bolt Incorporated and get some different bolts. But for tonight, I threw this together and I had to cut this bolt. It's all janky. Oh, it even pulled out the lock. Sucks. But now I'm gonna put it on the cart and line things up, I believe. Alright, so I need to make the chain shorter, so I just pull it out. Come on. Oh, no. How can you get that? Oh, it's out! Wow, that was, well, that's the wrong side of the chain actually. At first, figuring out how to do this little master link was kind of a pain, but then I had to adjust it a couple times, and honestly, it's not that bad. It's pretty neat. Look at that. Master link. Oh boy. Oh my. Gas works. Brake. Well, we'll use some adjusting, but I mean, that's a brake. Just add a little stuff. Oh my God. We're here. I need a seat. I need a seat. Oh, that's better. Yeah. Look at that. Oh my God. I just need to change the steering wheel. And then I gotta adjust the tie rods a little bit because they're kind of scraping the wheels. Alright, so what I've done, what I've done is, you can see that this is where the old hole was drilled, but it's very close to the wheel well. Like, this piece of metal is real close to the thing. And over here, it's really close to the thing. So I drilled new holes and put them in, and now I just have to cut off this little piece of metal, and then what? And then fix the steering wheel. Steering wheel needs to be raised. And then... That sounds wrong. What is making all that noise? That doesn't sound right.